Hi guys, today I'm back with a totally different topic on poetry reading. And today I want to talk about something specific. It's called staccato style of rendition. Staccato. We need to know what is this staccato kind of rendition. And when you're reading a verse, try as much as possible to avoid that staccato kind of rendition. What is staccato kind of rendition? I'm going to demonstrate how to use that staccato kind of rendition in one of the verses here. Go easy when you're reading a poem. Try to go easy. Go easy. And stand in the position of the writer. And you're trying to communicate to the audience again. So when you're communicating to the audience, you want to tell somebody, go and get me a cup of coffee. You cannot say, go and get me a cup of coffee. It sounds robotic. It sounds robotic, metallic, or whatever you want to use, whichever adjective you want to use. So it sounds robotic. Read me a poem. Read me a poem. Teach me how to dance. You cannot communicate like that. You've got to go easy. Go easy. And just get into the shoes of the writer and try to communicate the point that the writer is trying to communicate. So read a poem. Read a poem. Poetry reading session. What you need to do is to bring out the feelings. You can bring out the feeling of the persona. You can bring out the feeling of the writer. Just we are going to talk about that when we are dealing with expressions and intonations and gesturing and so on and so forth. But for now, let's talk about staccato rendition and how to avoid the staccato rendition. Sometimes we tell people, don't read out poem using staccato style. And people don't have an idea. What is this staccato kind of rendition? So I'm going to show you what staccato kind of rendition is. For example, I'll pick a random verse here called When I Am Asked by Liesl Muller. When I am asked how I began writing poems, I talk about the indifference of nature. It was soon after my mother died, a brilliant June day, everything blooming. I sat on a gray stone bench in a loving planted garden, but the day lilies were as deaf as the ears of drunken sleepers, and the roses carved inward. Nothing was black or broken, and not a leaf fell, and the sun blurred endless commercials for summer holidays. I sat on a grey stone bench, ringed with the ingenuine faces of pink and white impatience, and placed my grief in the mouth of language, the only thing that would give grief with me. No, don't use that style. When you're communicating, just like I said at the beginning, when you're communicating, you don't pick, words like syllables or words like a hen pecks a grain. No. We are not pecking. We are not pecking grain. We are not pecking words. You're supposed to communicate and go easy. And it's normal. There's a normal way communication goes on. The way there's an interval between a word and a word, a sentence and a sentence, a phrase and a phrase, a clause and a clause. So you know very well that when you're talking, there is a way that we say is a normal speech. So we have to use a normal speech. Learn how to use a normal speech, despite the fact that you're gonna use, like expressions and bringing out the mood, which we shall discuss in other sessions. You are not gonna use the staccato rendition. You cannot say, bring me water to drink. Bring me food to eat. I am going to the market. Teach me how to dance. I mean, you cannot use that kind of. Just go easy. Just go easy. Relax. And bring it out. Just bring it out well. You don't need to fight, And sometimes one danger of using that staccato rendition is that things like letter H, the sound H cannot come out. It can't come out. Try it. If you say, when I am it means you're putting some emphasis in the beginnings, the beginning sound, that initial sound, So you're like, when I am asked, when I am asked. So if you want to say how, you're likely to say, when I am asked how. Okay? So you're likely to say, when I am asked how to go to the house, so that her will never come out. So that staccato kills the flow of a normal poem. So reading when I'm asked by Liesl Muller, you're supposed to go, when I am asked how I began writing poems, I talk about the indifference of nature. It was soon after my mother died, a brilliant June day, everything blooming. I sat on a grey stone bench in a loving planted garden. But the day lilies were as deaf as the ears of drunken sleepers and the roses carved inward. Nothing was black or broken, and not a leaf fell, and the sun blurred endless commercials for summer holidays. I sat on a grey stone bench, ringed with the ingenuine faces of pink and white impatience, and placed my grief in the mouth of language, the only thing that would grieve with me. Easy, easy, easy. And somebody is able to get it. You're not fighting the syllables. You're not fighting the initial sounds. You're not fighting with the final sound. You're communicating. It gives you space. And by the way, when you're using the staccato, your body is also moving. That is very obvious, that when you're using the staccato, you shake your head, your body moves. When I am asked da 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 da, that's how you're likely to perform a verse. So when you're doing the poetry reading session, go easy and let the feelings come out. If it's a feeling of joy, it's a feeling of some bliss, feeling of love, feeling of sadness, all that kind of feeling. Bring it out. Staccato will not allow you to bring it out. Okay? Yes. Thank you. I hope it helps you.